Hi. Hi, guys.
Why are you looking like that, Perky Lurky?
Welcome to this edition of Road Trippin. Richard Jefferson, Channing Frye, Kendrick Perkins, ready for his up close and personal.
Hey, I have a real question. Who'd win in a dunk contest, Brandon Miller or Jason Johnson or Jalen Johnson?
Well, that's not even a real question, Channing, because we have an answer for that. It's called the dunk contest.
Well, just say it. I don't know if they're going to be in it.
Actually, Channing always says, I have a real question. I have a real question. If you're asking a question, it is a real question.
Sometimes I'll be asking bullshit questions.
I just
He knows.
specify and say, I have a really good question. Or, yeah.
Well, then we can be critical. Then we get the judge's question. Like that's not a good question.
What's that? Not meme, but the thing going around right now. We will listen and not judge.
That's funny.
Oh, done.
We never judge cheating. However, his cat's name is Watermelon. So let's
Dude, I didn't name it.
That's some racist shit, Channing.
No, dude, my daughter named it. And so we got two.
Which one? You have 4 of them.
Roxy, the tiniest one with the cutest glasses. She'll be here in a second. Lauren went to go get her from school, but I named one of them Anubis because he was like the murderer, and which I thought. And the other one, Roxy's like, what do you want to name it? Watermelon Sprinkles. And so we're like, all right, well, buddy, your name is Watermelon Sprinkles. And I was sitting here doing emails, and he was just sitting on a bed, and he's really not supposed to be in the house, but he's in here now. So
Can I get
Thank you for that, Channing, about watermelon sprinkles. We really appreciate that.
You have Topher, Watermelon Sprinkles, and what's the other one? Enormous?
Anubis. He died. He ran away and died.
R.I.P.
He was free.
Are you here? Are you back?
I am. I can hear y'all now.
You look so like sharp and you sound crisp. You've worked on your technology over there, haven't you?
I've been working a little bit, Allie. You know what I'm saying? Adjusting the volume and stuff. You know what I mean? Taking notes. What's up, Channing?
What up, dog?
What up, Richard?
What up, Big Perk?
What's up, Allie?
I guess we can say that we're officially starting. We were just talking about Channing's cat named Watermelon.
My daughter named it.
Listen, bro. She's still a child.
She's very cute. His name is Watermelon Sprinkles.
Bro, we got to get you a backdrop, dog. What's like, yo, there's just, where you at?
In a basement of a rental house.
Always.
I mean, what am I going to do? I only got 2 rooms in this motherfucker with 6 of us.
Can I do it? Okay, let's dive in because we don't have a whole lot of time today. I do want to clarify to everyone that is watching and listening that this is going to be a podcast where we talk about the top 8 teams because Channing has requested on our text chain that we need to start showing some love to the top 8 teams in each conference. However, we have the NBA Cup knockout rounds upon us. It all begins tomorrow or today as you're listening to this on Tuesday. We're going to get to that in one second, but we're a quarter of the way through the NBA season already, which is wild. As a whole, what's kind of your temperature check on the NBA? Perk, I'll start with you. One word to describe the NBA season right now, a quarter of the way through.
A disaster. It's been a fucking disaster. The ratings are down. Guys are injured. It's been a lot of blowouts. It's been some bad basketball. Like, guys got to get their shit together. You know what I mean? Guys got to get their shit together, period, right? Like, obviously, we going to always talk about the Lakers and LeBron and JJ. Like, people going to talk about that, right? Bron's, he's still been holding the throne. But it's been a disaster. Jokic and Giannis are having outstanding seasons. We could argue and debate of who's the best player in the league right now. Some may say Jokic, some may say Giannis. I'm leaning more towards Giannis, but Jokic's been doing his thing. Other than that, it's been real garbage. It's been hot garbage. Coming into this season, I was saying, you know what? The talent is spread it out. It's going to be one of the best NBA seasons we done seen in a long time. Guys got to strap their shoes up every single night. It's going to be a brawl for it all, and it went completely left. So that's my hot take on the first, 25 games of the season. That's the real.
That's
Garbage,
crazy.
huh?
Rich, what do you got?
Oh, no. I was just pulling up the standings because we were talking about the top 8. Hold on. I think the NBA season has been it hasn't been great. It hasn't been great. It's not. I don't think that's why the ratings are down. I think that's a little different. I think there's an overall gap there, but I like the young teams. Every single year we talk about the young teams, and then there's the unexpected. I think what makes NBA season fun is the unexpected, not the injuries and the bullshit. That's almost getting too expected. But Orlando, the way they played, Atlanta, Trae Young. People were talking about Trae Young and how like untradeable his contract was, and there wasn't a market for it. And this dude is absolutely balling this year. DeJounte Murray, they get him out, and DeJounte Murray was balling, but New Orleans can't find one player to stay healthy. And it's not, I'm not putting it on the players. It's just they have a terrible luck. So it's the unexpected things that I like, right? I love to see Orlando. I love to see, Cleveland. No one would expect Cleveland to be out to this type of start. Like good, yes, because they've gotten better every year. So that's what I say. But I think the unexpected things that are exciting, they're not as sexy as some of the other bullshit. So I think it get a little bit less attention.
My word is trend. This is a transition year. Like if you really look at the teams that are doing well, they are teams. They're not just a superstar, one or two superstars. They are fully built teams that have taken years to do it. Cleveland, Boston, Orlando, New York. Now, how on God's green earth is Miami 12-10 with that roster? Eric Spoelstra. How? Right? If you watch them day in and day, they just grind other teams down, and it is crazy to watch. Then you look at the Western Conference. Oklahoma City is young. Memphis is young. Houston's young. Dallas, young-ish. Golden State, they're playing a lot more younger guys. The Clippers, who would have known with the Clippers without Kawhi would still be there. Denver's where they're at, and then it is what it is past that. But to me, all these are young transitional teams where the KDs, the Stephs, the Brons are on this side of that hill while these young guys need to start getting attention. That's why I was like, man, let's talk. Houston, Richard called it out a couple years ago. Houston's going to be that team. We got to start talking about the better teams in the league and not the crusty crabs, right? We got to stop talking about the crusty crabs. And I love it. But, dude, the ratings are down because we don't tell the stories of these really good young teams. Like, we should be talking about OKC more. We should be talking about Cleveland more. We should be talking about how great Boston is more. Like, they've done it the right way through the draft, getting the right kind of players, constantly putting a good product out there. And so, talking about I'm just saying this because that night I was the Lakers versus Miami, and I don't know if I've ever seen anything more disgusting in my life. But we're past that. And I said, you know what? Instead of giving that attention, I'm gonna give my attention to the team like Orlando. First of all, weight trainer, no more abs. No more abs. How do you two of your best players hurt their obliques?
What happens now with Orlando with the Franz Wagner news?
Just stay afloat. Wait for Paolo. Stay afloat. I mean, or if you really want to, you got pieces.
Orlando's they don't need to trade anybody. Like,
whoa.
No, you wait for Paolo to get back. The reason why they're 17-9 is because they've built a good team.
Yeah.
I think they have less pieces than what you know what I'm saying? I think they collectively work all well together. Oklahoma has pieces. Both these guys will be back, over the course of the season. But yeah, this is a blow, right? A double torn oblique by two players. Somebody getting fired.
And look, I'm telling you,
fired.
I had that injury before. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I had that. Not real talk.
Come on now.
I did. I didn't even know I had an oblique, but you know what I mean? I had that injury before I had to have surgery. Allie, look, since they warmed me up, can we please Can we please, since y'all went down to Arizona without me, we'll talk about that another time.
No, that got canceled.
No. We'll talk about that another time. But let's go down there to Arizona. What the fuck is going on with Phoenix without Kevin Durant? That's the storyline.
Hang on, Perk. That's what's going on without Kevin Durant.
Come on, man. You can't be that bad. You can't be that bad without KD.
They're 1-9.
That's disgusting.
They're 1-9 without KD.
You make a trade to get Bradley Beal, right? Because Bradley Beal is supposed to move the needle. KD goes out, you still have 2 all-star caliber players, okay? 2 all-star level.
Watermelon.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I love this cat.
Oh, okay. You got two all-star level players, 1 all NBA level player in Devin Booker. It's nowhere in hell you should be 1-9. It's nowhere in hell you should lose the other night against the Orlando Magic without Wagner and Banchero. That is a problem. Is Bradley Beal, is he not that dude? I thought Devin Booker said he was, when he came into training camp, he told Mark Spears, I believe it was, that he wanted to be a better leader. Well, here's your opportunity.
One versus doing is 2 different things.
Why do they stink so much without Kevin Durant? How do they go from a damn contender to a lottery team without KD? It makes 0 sense.
Because they're the Denver Nuggets.
That's crazy.
They're the Denver Nuggets.
You're saying Devin Booker is basically Jamal Murray. That's a crazy statement.
No. What I'm saying is that they're struggling to play without their best player. That's regardless of talent. I'm not saying like, oh, the rosters are the same. I'm like, they have, and it's not like they've had a few games. They've had plenty of time to figure out how to play without him.
So who you blaming?
God bless you. Is the expectation too high for Bradley Beal?
What? No. To win, Allie, we're not saying he has to be. No.
Question.
No. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying this in generalities. We're not asking them to be 9-1. Without KD, you could be 4-5, 5-4. We'd be like, we understand. 1-9 is a huge sign that something is missing within the structure of that team or within the 2-time gold medalist that you have that has led that team without KD. So what is happening?
We're also 3-22 without LeBron James.
It's again.
I'm not comparing LeBron and Kevin Durant, but hell, you might as well. I mean, at the same time, in terms of the value of the teams,
yes,
right?
Trashy rosters. They're not good rosters.
And it goes. So I was like, right now, when Kevin Durant was playing early in the season, I was like, you know what? He's looking like the best player in the game, right? He was the most clutch player in the game in the 4th quarter. I just don't understand with the moves that the Suns made, filling out the roster, that you have Devin Booker and you have Bradley Beal, 2 of still probably top 20 when it comes down to elite prolific scores in the game today. Why can't you get it done?
Yeah.
I'm literally pulling up.
Perk, it's so funny you say that because I felt like 2 weeks ago they were top 5, top 4.
Yeah.
Well, Bradley Beal's also only played in 15 of their 23 games. I'm not saying only, but Devin Booker's played 23 games. So,
Richard, last year wasn't Devin Booker the best? They voted the best 2 guard in the NBA. I'm just saying, if he's voted the best 2 guard in the NBA, that means he has a certain, even if he's 1 through 5, best 2 guard in the NBA. You're telling me you can't win 4 out of 9 games?
No, I'm not telling you that. They're telling you that.
That is the expectation for him. Maybe do we need to lower our expectations for him? I think he's great.
Why you keep saying we? Do you need to lower your expectations for them? Stop including us.
I were to tell you, there is one team that is on a 7-game winning streak right now in the NBA. Would you be able to tell me who that is?
Isn't it the Atlanta Hawks?
That's
There
better.
it is. Okay.
It's not the Atlanta Hawks.
It's not the Atlanta Hawks.
Way to do your homework, Channing.
You know, I be guessing.
Don't look at the standings.
No, I'm not. I only map a 7-game winning streak.
Yes. The next longest winning streak right now is 3.
Who's on a 7-game winning streak?
This
Is it
tells you everything.
The Celtics.
Memphis.
No, not
Memphis.
No.
Memphis just
Minnesota. Milwaukee.
The
Milwaukee.
Dallas Mavericks.
lost. Oh.
Way to all do your homework. A 7-game win streak. They're 9-1 in their last 10. They're sitting in the 4th spot in the Western Conference.
How important is PJ Washington to that team? Woo! Hey. He came back and I said, oh, that's what y'all were missing. Like, and obviously Clay is doing this, but PJ Washington's like, what you need me to do? I can do all this.
Richard, what did you say? This is the best roster that Luka has ever had.
Oh, not even
And
close.
with him being hurt, he got an opportunity to see that, hey, you know what? I actually got some teammates that could really hoop. I got some teammates that could do things with the basketball without me dribbling the damn oxygen out of it. But again, it comes down to Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford.
Oh,
Right? They cause so much havoc offensively. Just being a screen seller and diving to the basket puts so much pressure on the defense. Defensively, Derek Lively again. I'm not saying he's up there with Wemby, but his impact defensively as a big is not far off from Anthony Davis. Wemby just does shit that,
No one else can do.
yeah,
No
we
one
ain't
else
said. But that damn Lively, man, and Klay Thompson haven't even been balling. But Luka it seemed like when Luka was injured, he hit that exercise bike because he started to look in shape.
yeah.
And Kyrie just been a true leader. Like Kyrie has been one of the best leaders in the game in the Dallas uniform. People was tearing him down for shit he done with the Nets, but since he's been in the Mavericks uniform, his leadership skills has been through the roof.
I'm with you. I just want to take a half step back to Phoenix. Like you talked about their record without Kevin Durant. So no, they beat the Mavs. Wait a second. They went Kings, Jazz. They beat the Jazz. Then they went Kings, Thunder, Timberwolves, Magic, Knicks. And then they beat the Lakers and they blew the Lakers out. My point is that's a pretty thick part of the schedule, right? When you talk about their record without, they had a very difficult schedule. That's not an excuse. I'm saying, though, when you play the Thunder, the Timberwolves, the Magic, the Knicks in 4 straight games and Kevin Durant goes out, in this league, you're going to take an ass whooping. Most teams. If you're going against, 4 or 5 of the top 10 teams and you don't have your best player, that's what's going to happen.
3 of those teams also don't have their best players.
Ooh.
I don't give a fuck. I'm merely just stating is that they're not, when you look at their schedule, we know the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks just got themselves right because they got healthy, went through a soft part of their schedule, start feeling good about themselves, and now they're keeping that momentum going. That's what's going to happen with the Phoenix Suns, in my opinion. When they get everybody back.
That's not, but no, Richard, you missing the point. What we're saying is if you have 2 all-star they're probably the only team in the NBA with a real, outside of the Celtics, legit big 3. Right?
Okay.
Name me another squad that got a big 3 besides the Celtics.
Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, they're growing into a big 3.
Right.
These guys already established, has resumes. Again,
Dallas.
Not
Luka, Clay, Kyrie. Clay's not.
no Clay. No.
Clay's name is a big 3. Clay's name. He's a very, very, very good player. He's not a great player at this point in time, and that's part of the trend.
And that's what Allie was asking you, RJ and Shannon. Are we putting too much on Bradley Beal? Is he still Bradley Beal a great player? Right? Devin Booker was never always like I always liked what Devin Booker brought to the table, but I was never one of the ones that was like, oh yeah, Devin Booker, like, you know what I mean, rah, 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 rah. Nah, I need to see more out of Devin Booker. Like right now, I feel like we should be talking about Devin Booker being in the MVP conversation. That's how much he should. What you mean? If he, I'm talking about
that's his
elevate your game.
I know, but I don't know if that's what he is built like. He's had a lot of bad rosters early on, has shown he can be everything, but I think he likes the number 2 position to win. Let's be real. When Chris Paul came, Devin Booker was number 2 to Chris Paul. So like he was balling, but Chris Paul was the leader of that team. And I think Devin Booker likes not being in that role. And when he's asked to be the main leader, I don't know if he's comfortable with that.
No, man. It was one point in playoff series. I think it probably was against the Nuggets or the series before that. Man, this was like the man had averaged like 37 and 11.
Totally.
Like, I mean, come on now.
Just because he's doing that, and I'm not saying he's not a great player. What I'm saying is you can score all the points and do what you want. We know who was getting the ball at the end of the game, Chris Paul. We know who was running that offense. And yes, was he getting Devin Booker shots? Absolutely. Was Devin Booker making those shots? But the point is, let's move on. Is Devin Booker comfortable being that number 1 during this time without KD?
It don't look like
we haven't seen it. Yeah, we haven't seen it.
So back to Dallas, who are on a 7-game win streak, 9-1 in their last 10. Luka's coming off Player of the Week honors himself. They are taking on the Thunder in the knockout round tonight on Tuesday. Prediction for that game, because obviously this is coming out before it's played. You got the Thunder and the Mavs.
Damn.
I'm gonna give you a prediction for the whole damn tournament.
Oh.
I got the Mavs winning it all. I got the Dallas Mavericks winning it all. I don't think the Thunder could beat them. I don't think nobody in the league right now could beat them. They have too many weapons. They're healthy. Guys are playing at an extremely high level. Luka finally gets it. He's in shape. I just don't. And when we talk about tournament style, name me a duo that could compete with those two guys right now, just in the West. It's not one. Like both of those guys could bust your ass. I think SGA, he needs more help. Like he's missing Chet Holmgren because we've been waiting on J-Dub to take that leap. Like we haven't had too many J-Dub moments. Like, oh shit.
Well, they got him playing center.
But that's
6'6" center.
What he's doing offensively.
I know.
Right.
I got the Mavs winning it all. In season tournament.
For those that need to be enlightened, you got the Thunder, the Mavs, the Rockets, the Warriors, the Bucks, the Magic, and the Knicks and the Hawks. And he has Dallas winning it all.
Yeah.
You know who's been balling and I think
Knicks
helps? Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead, Richard.
No, I was just trying to think who's going to make it out. The Knicks,
The Bucks are going to make it out of that.
I like the way the Bucks are playing. Middleton's back. I like the way the Bucks are playing currently right now. They took Boston right to the end.
Yeah.
On the other side, Dallas, Oklahoma City.
I just think when Dallas goes to their bench,
Warriors, Rockets.
there used to be like some questions of, okay, what are they going to bring? But I think Spencer Dinwiddie has been all in. Like, I think he's finally, I don't want to say figured out because he always had talent. But you were like, what are you trying to do in this game? And I think he's figured out less is more with that team. He's hitting his shots. He's making good moves defensively. And then I think he doesn't get enough credit. I think Jay Kidd has been balling this year as a coach, just really empowering his players to like, here's what we did last year. Here's what we're going to do this year. And then we need more of this, right?
Why you got a zebra on your face?
Shut up, Richard.
Look at that. Yeah. Now you see what I was dealing with.
The sun is important.
Looks like you're getting whipped.
Why do I feel like you think the Rockets, Rich, can make a run at it?
Well, I was thinking just because again, you got to look at coaching. Oh yeah, put on a hoodie that helps. Remember when someone gave me that advice? Now it's bothering him.
Oh yeah, all you gotta do is go like get a big towel and just put it over the blinds, and then it'll block all that out. I mean, it's just some old shit, old school shit, but
There's
fine.
no towels that can fit.
No, I wasn't talking
There's
about you,
there's no
RJ. I'm talking
towels.
about.
There's
I
no
could
towel.
tell.
There's
Listen,
no towels for that.
listen. I understand, but I'm talking to Shannon. I could tell by the, you know what I'm saying. That's a window with blinds. Just go put a big towel,
He got
or
the
take
Home
that
Depot, he got
damn
the Home
bed
Depot
spread,
blinds.
or
What?
take that quilt he got on the bed and go put that motherfucker over.
Kirk, I was literally just going to say
Literally,
that. I just
you
right
can
there.
take that
It
quilt
is
and burn it.
fucking
That's what
ugly.
he
Oh
needs to
my
do.
god.
Ew.
For all of those in the comments that are going to yell at me for yelling at Richard earlier in the podcast, I understand why I say what I say. Channing, the sun is not going away. You have to do something about it.
I did.
Okay. The Rockets. Blast off.
Right there. There you go.
Yeah, don't move. No, the Rockets, I just like how they're coached. They have a defender, they have a point guard, they have a big, and they've got versatile wings, right? Green, you got Smith, you have talent, and they have a mixture of the right type of talent, and they're playing well, and they're well coached. We knew they were going to be well coached. You can see the year over year stack now with Ime Udoka. You can see that happening. So to me, he don't play, so they're going to compete most nights. They're young. They're still trying to figure it out. But if those bad boys get going, they got all the talent. To me, the Houston Rockets I think they're a top 10 talented team in the league.
Yeah.
Now, they're on the younger side, but I think they're a top. If you go, say, roster construction, I would put them in the top 7, top 10 of roster construction in the league.
And look, and they know who the guy is. That's the crazy. You don't really see, like, over my time, I ain't lose a lot of games, right? I ain't have a lot of losing seasons, okay? But the time I was losing, especially that year before we won the championship, we lost 18 in a row, okay? We didn't give a damn. We walked into games knowing we were going to lose. We landed in cities knowing that we were going to lose. It's hard to find young teams that are bought in and not afraid to sacrifice. Alpha Şengün is that guy. He is their franchise. Baby Jokic, they run the offense through him. They trust his decision making in the fourth quarter. I had an opportunity to speak with them. Oh, y'all heard my kids? Look, I had an opportunity to speak with them, and I'm telling you, they feed off his energy. He's a straight up leader. He has that work on the low block. I was pissed the fuck off when that top 25 list came out of 25 players, a younger top, and he was ranked number 10. Did we talk about this already? Yeah, he was ranked number 10. I'm like, 10? Okay, you got Wemby number 1. All right, that's fine. Probably Anthony Edwards was number 2. Now you could probably, I think Ja was on that list. But after that, no. Şengün for sure is top 5.
Yeah, if you're the man on a team, if you're the franchise guy on a team, there's not very many of those that are under 25 where they're like, this 25, 24-year-old is our go-to main guy and we have winning. I think the biggest thing the Rockets have done is that you have to beat the Rockets. They don't beat themselves anymore by stupid plays or by not getting back on defense or, you got to go in there and like a Miami or like a Cleveland, you got to go beat them, right? Like the old school San Antonio teams. They're just not going to lose. They're just not going to like go in there and be all willy-nilly and not run their plays. They're like, listen, this is what we're going to do.
Did you say willy-nilly?
Yeah.
How important do you think when you guys talk about a guy like Şengün, and we've continued to just kind of see this rise of him, is a guy like Ime as his head coach? I don't know if you guys saw the clip of Ime talking about for Şengün to take it to the next level. He was talking about the growth that had to happen in terms of like telling him he needed to stop crying. He needed to get a little bit tougher. He's talking both ends of the floor. And he had this exact quote. My biggest thing with him is don't get the European out of your game and play through stuff. Stop crying. he had that with a smile on his face. But the point there was to not allow like the little parts of the game to affect him, like playing through contact, stop looking for the foul. But just in terms of when you think about the growth for Şengün as it pertains to this roster, the trajectory of the Rockets, can Ime be like that kind of guy for him?
He was that for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I asked them when they started to grow the fuck up. When Ime was their coach, that's when they started to have a certain level of accountability. When Ime was in that seat, he just has that effect. He has that approach. But when you're able to talk about your franchise player like that, like basically, let them know what type of conversations y'all having behind closed doors, that goes to show me that they got a real great relationship, right? That Şengün is coachable, right? That he wants to win. And he said this. He was like, last year we would lose. Everybody was like, who gives a damn? This year, he was like, man, it's like a damn funeral. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this young is Shannon. Hey,
what's up?
Oh, you out of school?
Yes.
Oh, you out of school. I was about
They
to
go
say
early. 8 to 2:10. All right,
8 to 2:10.
what?
8:15 to like 2:15.
We got 8:15 to 3:10.
350. My kids.
Well,
kids.
let's be honest. The Texas education is a little bit slower, so they want to make sure y'all got ample time. They want to make sure y'all got ample time.
Is that a Buc-ee's?
Hey, look, I cheated today, right? So check this out.
I'm on my way breathing, back. You cheating.
Shut up, ho. I'm on my way back, right, from a meeting. I see a Jack in the Box. I stopped to a Jack in the Box. They got a new thing over there called a smash burger. So but look, is it just me or Jack in the Box is the restaurant for weed smokers? Like, you ever seen their menu?
Yeah,
the late night snack. The late night snack.
It's like late night munchies and shit. They got the burgers with the cheese falling all down the sides and all that. So I had to try it. It's called a smash burger.
How was it?
The motherfucker was off the chain. I ain't bullshit.
Hey, them tacos.
I told him I had to cheat today, Alec. My bad. I had to cheat. I had to go. So I was on my way from a meeting. I saw a Jack in the Box, so I screwed up in there. And I said Jack in the Box got to be the fast food restaurant for weed smokers.
They literally have a munchie. They have a munchies.
Yes, it's designed for if you're blown. If you on that loud, you go to Jack in the Box.
Hey, Jack in the Box. When you get the sourdough Jack, 2 tacos, the Oreo crispy, or the Oreo cookie shake, the curly fries. I just don't know how they have 92,000 different random things. Like if you want to get like a chicken teriyaki bowl, you can get a Jack in the Box.
Right.
Jack in the Box. If you could only have one fast food restaurant for the rest of your life, do you guys eat fast food? Well,
Eat what?
If you could only have one fast food restaurant at your expense for the rest of your life, what would you go with?
That's a great question, Allie.
Thank you.
Wendy's, Jack in the Box. What are we talking?
No, here's the thing.
Has to have a drive-through.
The people say McDonald's because you could
breakfast do be
name me a McDonald's. You could go. Each one of y'all could go back to y'all old neighborhood where y'all grew up at, and I guarantee you that McDonald's that y'all seen when y'all was 10, that motherfucker probably still there now. Right? It's not like that. You see Wendy's, you see Burger King, all these motherfuckers shut down. McDonald's is gonna stand tall. Cause you still, either way, you go get you a Big Mac, you go get you a double quarter pounder, you go get you a nuggets, a home style. Each burger got its own flavor.
Speaking of nuggets, I want to talk about the Denver Nuggets.
Thank you for that transition, Allie.
I do want to know your fast food restaurant though, because I'm going Taco Bell all day, every day.
Yeah, Taco Bell be my second, but Wendy's definitely would be my number one.
Okay.
Ooh,
a loaded baked potato if you feel healthy.
Oh,
Wendy's going to Wendy's for a loaded.
If you got to eat it every day, you need some type of assortment.
Yo, the Wendy's chili. Don't sleep on the Wendy's chili.
We don't know, Richard. We don't know.
The Frosty.
Fries and the Frosty.
I would say Wendy's and then Jack in the Box second.
But it's not a Jack in the Box everywhere though.
You ask fast food. We ask fast food. There's Jack in the Box where I live. I live in California. In
There's Jack in the
Arizona,
Box.
there's Jack in the Boxes everywhere.
Okay, all right.
So what's going on with the Denver Nuggets? Did Jokic really put up 56 and they got beat by the Wizards?
Yeah.
Did
But
you see Jordan Poole? He had no respect for them. He had absolutely no respect for them.
did they win the Jokic minutes, Perk?
Probably so. Probably so. But then they came back on the back-to-back and they smoked the Hawks. But I'm still not sold.
Jokic is averaging 32.
That's crazy.
And,
What's not sold on, Perk?
He has to
I'm
be.
I'm not sold on this roster. They got to get better in their perimeter play. Richard said it. It's unfair that Jokic has to go out of the game and they team just go to shit. And here's another thing. They asked Michael Malone, after the game, hey, how do you feel when Jokic, what do you do when Jokic is out of the game? His reply was, I just pray.
Yeah.
What?
I saw that.
What? One, you just praying tells me that you have no confidence in nobody else on that roster to get shit done. You have no confidence in yourself to get shit done without Jokic. Because if your reply is that you just pray when Jokic is out of the game, that's some BS.
Yeah, that second unit, they got to group up and be like, hey, man, we can't run Jokic plays with this roster. We got
Chad, they need to group up and talk about the issue that they've had for the last 5 years. That second unit's got to get together and be like, hey, we've had this issue for 5 or 6 years now. We should probably figure something out. Yeah, but that's what Perk's point is. You just said the second unit has to figure it out because you feel like Mike Malone is in so many words praying. We know he's doing something. I'm just surprised as good of a coach as he has. They have struggled in the past 5 years to give us anything in those minutes or just to be like even.
See, that's what me and you fall out at. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been waiting to see if you was go like, you know what I'm saying, really jump out there and give us the real. But you refuse to call Jamal Murray out, huh? You refuse. Or you just cool with who he is?
What game?
No, because when Jamal Murray, that's what I'm saying. When Jamal
at,
Murray was nice and when he was balling, it
22
was
for the Nuggets.
Damn.
Game 22. You have 3 more games, Rich, before you reach the 25.
You got to average 50 to change my mind.
I'm just asking.
There.
I'm just asking. You can't trade him.
Oh, you could trade him.
No trade value. He got the max. Who you trading?
Yeah.
So Jamal's averaging 17. He's averaging 17 a night. 3-point percentage. He's averaging 33 from the 3.
Oh.
And he is shooting 47% from 2. He don't shoot a lot.
So he's not better. So
no, he's 42. He's 42% from the field. Whoa, 42% from the field, and he is 33% from 3.
So Richard Shannon, Alex. So Jamal Murray is not better than the Celtics' 4th best player, because Derek White averaging about 19 right now. So the second best player, next to one of the best players, if not the best players in the world, can't get you a dub a night in today's game?
He is down. There, without a doubt, he is 100% down on his career, right? If you look at his career stats, well, okay, this is going to make you laugh, but 18 a game his third year, 18 a game, 21, 20, 21. This year he's at 17. So there is a significant drop off in his production. His 3-point percentage went from 40, 39, 42 to 33 this year. His field goal percentage went from 47, 45, 48 to 42. So over the last 3 years that he's played, he's having a Luka year where it's like, across the board, when I say a Luka year, I'm saying we talk about Luka stuff. He's still putting up numbers. Jamal Murray's still putting up 17, but his percentages are down across the board.
Now, do you think that's because of the roster? Right now, teams are going, oh, we'll let Jokic do everything, and we'll just cut off Jamal and MPJ and Aaron Gordon's water and give ourselves a chance.
No, he's supposed to. No.
Okay.
He's supposed to be a guy that was supposed. What? The same Jamal Murray that we watched go toe-to-toe with Donovan Mitchell?
That was 4 years ago.
I'm just saying. He still did the same thing when they made their championship run. Yeah. He was giving motherfuckers that work.
True.
So I'm just asking so I can quit looking for something that he's not. That's all I'm saying. If he's not that, he's not that. I'm cool. I won't even talk about him no more.
Well, over the course of this season, he has been average for Jamal Murray. He's been average.
Average? That's what you call it?
Well, his season this year is 17.8, and his career average is 17.5.
You're so full of shit.
Okay, before we wrap this up, who's the more surprising out of the three? The Memphis Grizzlies, 7-2. The New York Knicks, the 4th spot at 14-9, or someone we'd never talk about. And we did not give a lot of credit going into the season. Who am I going to say?
The Atlanta Hawks?
The Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh, well.
In the 6th spot. We laughed at Terrence Mann saying that this was probably the best defensive team he had been on. Right, yeah. Terrence Mann? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that it? We all laughed.
We didn't laugh hard, Terrence. We didn't laugh hard.
And you two, this way. You two motherfuckers disrespected a coach that y'all won the championship.
We did not disrespect him.
Y'all showed them respect him. You know what I'm saying?
No, we didn't respect his roster. We didn't respect his roster. We didn't respect his roster.
Clearly, we know how you guys feel about this question.
Nah, I'm just saying, man, listen.
This was the Memphis Grizzlies anyway. This was the Memphis Grizzlies. This is who they were when they were healthy. We were expecting them to be the next OKC. The young talent, they're locked in, and then boom. Now that we're not talking about off the court, Ja is a outstanding player. He was we were talking about him being the face of the league. Talent, explosive. So kept quiet, put head down, grind, and now all of a sudden they're 17-8. If someone would have told you that the Houston Rockets, Memphis Grizzlies, Oklahoma Thunder are in the top 3, that makes sense if you look at the transition of the NBA. Next is the Dallas Mavericks.
And that the Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Lakers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Phoenix Suns.
No, but I'm saying
when you
look at the arc of the league, it's that early group that of young players that start to figure it out. Perk's team was that for when they were in Oklahoma City. They were that young team on the curve of figuring it out. That's all I'm saying. Oklahoma City, not a surprise. Memphis, talent-wise, they got 2 defensive players of the year. They got Desmond Bane. They got Edey. They got one of the best guards in the league.
They've also
and they're well coached.
Injuries too.
Yeah. Agreed.
They also draft very, very well.
Very well.
Every time I'm looking like who the hell is Huff? Right? All these reverse dunks. Yeah, and what's the kid? What's the young man name? Is it Amada? What's his name?
Amada.
Yeah, that motherfucker could go. Zach Edey ain't even getting minutes right now. Marcus Smart, he might be on his way out the door. Real talk. Marcus Smart might be on his way out the door. The minutes are not there for him. I mean, he's playing like the other night.
Use him?
Huh?
Could the Lakers use him?
Oh, I mean, anything's better than D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell was great last night, though.
He was
2 nights ago.
The Lakers. Let me say this,
because he's trying to get traded. You got to get that value up.
The Lakers. The Lakers could use Marcus Smart. Almost any team in the league can use a high-level defensive guard. Is he willing to be a Drew Holiday player for the Lakers or for the next space? Drew Holiday has a role. Even Derek Wright has a role that is lesser than what Marcus Smart had when he was there. Yeah. Those guys accepted a lesser role in that space. although they are dominant, I just don't like Marcus Smart with his next iteration. If he's not that guy in Memphis, he's got to accept that role. They got
Speaking-
three little guards.
Speaking of the Lakers, you know who the Lakers need to go get?
A heart?
They need to go reunite and go get Dennis Schroeder. They took for listen, he's no different than the Colin Sexton. It's not like you don't need a star, you just need somebody else that's gonna take the pressure off of Braun.
When you talk about bringing in someone, obviously I have no idea what the Lakers plan to do, but when you talk about adding someone that's familiar with this roster, familiar with your two stars, and that is the one thing Dennis Schroeder would fucking defend.
Yeah.
I mean, 94 feet. He would hit the open shot.
Why do you think the Nets are doing so well? He gives their defense a chance, right? He's a culture setter, because if he's doing it and you're all the way back, it looks awful. You feel weird. You're like, damn, let me get up.
I do. I apologize. I must go. It is time to take these children from their school. And
I was going to wrap this up, but really quick, you guys want to do Magic Bucks tomorrow night?
I do.
Live?
I can't do it.
Knockout round?
Why you can't do it? Tell me.
Tell
us right now.
Varsity basketball game.
Huh?
It's the varsity basketball game. I said I'd talk to them at halftime.
Okay.
You
got a what?
Talk to the team at half, or like the beginning of the game, not half. The beginning of the game.
So what are you gonna say? Please, I need to know this. What is your
if you grow really tall like me, you also can make it.
No, it's hey guys, you're shut up, Richard.
What you do? Hey guys, what?
No, it's really just like take advantage of your opportunity.
Don't do drugs.
Embrace
that shit is horrible.
Don't do drugs.
That
Eat
is horrible.
vegetables.
Take advantage. Who gets fired up on some shit like that?
Listen, if you're getting me in there to get fired up, I'm the wrong dude.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you how it is.
You got
Either
time
win,
for a speech? You got time for a
or
speech?
go get a 9 to 5.
We'll talk about yeah, please, Perk.
You want to hear a speech real quick?
God.
You motherfuckers ain't done shit. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all better go out there. Y'all need to compete. Y'all need to share the ball. You know what I'm saying? Play the game the right way. None of y'all ain't did nothing in y'all basketball career to be walking around here doing anything. You know what I'm saying? That's how I go in there talking with some other choice words. I got to let them know the real.
Do you bark at him too?
That's enough.
Another edition of Road Trippin.
All right.